3/4 of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. And they will be led out by their rookie quarterback. They defer to Brown to start the drive. And a short pickup to about the 27. It'll be second down. Well, this defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
And the big difference in the ball game, their ability to force turnovers, 3 of them in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, that's something that's emphasized each and every week, and they carried it out.
Oh, jumping early from his tight end spot. Maybe trying to get a jump start on that route.
Yeah, I think you're exactly right about that. And oftentimes when you see that, that means the play call was supposed to come in his direction, and he was eager to go catch.
Pressure comes, and down he goes. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's third down. Back to throw here. Across the formation, and he gets this to Miller. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. Fourth down, out comes the punter, Drew Chrisman. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they'll be led out by their 6-year quarterback. They go play action here on first down. Man open, that's Jamar Chase complete. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. And we see the emphasis early here. Get your star receiver involved. Able to do it successfully.
Not a bad start to begin with, that's for sure. And to me, this play says...
And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Looking to throw. Farrell. He's going to have the hook up here to Chase. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 37. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Back to throw. Farrell. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 11 more on that one, and another first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. Now, these two teams faced off earlier in the year, right around mid-season, back in Week 9. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. Now a throw left sideline here is complete. They'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal. They'll run here with Taylor. And finding room to work, he's down to the 2-yard line. It's a good pickup of 7 yards, and now they're looking at 2nd and goal. Operating from the gun, Farrell. And he's going to go down just outside of the 5, right around the 6-yard line. It's a sack for a loss of 4, and that brings up 3rd down and goal. Looking to throw. Farrell. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
So a pretty good opening drive that'll make the home fans somewhat happy. They wanted 6, but they got 3 in the early lead.
And they should be happy. The guys look good getting down the field. That's got to give them a little bit of hope that good things are in store here today for them.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their second drive. Coming off every player's friend, the open week from last weekend.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. Even if you're coming off of a loss, as they did, the open week is exactly what you need after you kind of get over it a little bit, right? Rest up the mind, rest up the body, get yourself ready to go. And they have to be eager to play again, especially since they lost the last time out.
Ball start. Offense.
The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. They were looking good on second down, but now they're backed up 5 yards by the false start, and it's 2nd and 8. He'll look to throw. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a first down. Looking to throw. Can't get away, and he's taken down. More than one defender there, and that's a loss of 5 on the sack. We had a pretty good idea that they were going to pressure this young quarterback, and that's now 2 sacks here in the first quarter.
And, yeah, this is a secret to exactly nobody, because if you're a rookie quarterback, you know you're going to see pressure. Defenses want to see how you're going to handle it, or if it forces you into making bad decisions. That's their goal.
The threat of a second straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. They'll look to throw here. Got a man, it's Brown. And he'll get nothing out of that one. So no gain on the play. And it'll be 4th down. Here's Drew Chrisman now. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. And as this offense makes their way back out, NFC playoff race time, we give you a look at what's going on there. Throwing to start the drive. Farrell, he's going to rifle one deep left side. He's got a man, complete. And a tackle going to be made at the 38.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
1st and 10, Taylor now. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They run once more with Taylor. Down to the 30 after a gain of 3.
And that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they showed passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That was a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the 3rd down conversion. They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling. Held it to an okay gain.
It's a first down on a gain of 10. Good move. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. Running straight ahead, Taylor. And he'll get nothing there. Stopped right at the line as that will wind us down to the end of this first quarter play. 3-0 after 1 on EA's. Portland football here ready to begin the second quarter. Play number 9 set to come here on the drive on 3rd and 2. Back to throw. Farrell. And he's going to go down just outside of the 5, right around the 6-yard line. Flying in to pick up that sack, Jordan Brooks. And his kick is good. And they're able to double their lead in this first half. It's 6-0. So scores on their first two possessions, but 6-0, so field goals probably not what they were hoping for.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that. Not what they were hoping for, but they should be happy that they have points on the board. It almost feels like that old slow and steady wins the race, doesn't it? In this case, though, they want to be slow and steady now, but get explosive later and put the points up on the board.
The ball now going back over the Seattle Seahawks offense. And they are back down to 500 following the loss last week. Consistency has been a real issue for them so far.
Brandon, you almost don't know what team is going to show up every week. I mean, there's no consistency with this ball club at all, and if we feel that way, I know it frustrates the coaching staff, and it also has to frustrate the key leaders in the locker room. They got to figure out how to get coordinated.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A yard in the wrong direction makes third down tougher. Third down and 9. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. On third down, he'll drop to throw. He'll look underneath and finds Brown. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. On fourth down, Drew Chrisman on to punt. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. It's taken to the 26. A good kick that time, but also a pretty good 15-yard return. And that will come the offense as they take over. Portland's offense now about set to take over. And their two drives thus far both led to points, albeit both field goals, so the lead just 6-0, but the ability to move the ball is evident.
Well, that's, heartening, as they say, but it's not what they're about. What they're about is putting the ball in the end zone and putting sixes on the board. So if you're the offensive coordinator, you like what you're doing, but you don't love it. You've got to find a way to ring that bell. Then you can have a little self-satisfied grin. Right now, a little more determination is needed.
56 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. Well, Jonathan Taylor, like most guys from Wisconsin, he's not one to shy away from contact. He proved it right there. And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. The wise move there, looked like nobody open, now second down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They give to Taylor out of the gun. And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a third down. The offense on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Looking to throw. Farrell. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in. So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt, and that will make this a 9-point lead. So he's been a busy man here in this first half. That's 3 field goals for him now.
And not just 3 field goals, but 3 for 3. So even though the offense has struggled a bit putting it in the end zone, they've still been able to come away with points due to his leg.
And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Seattle again getting ready to take over offensively. They'll be in search of their initial points in the contest, trailing 9-0 as they begin with a first down. And his throw is going to be incomplete. So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. They'll look to throw. Over the middle, it's complete. Finding space at the 40. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Shotgun handoff to Brown here. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Right back to Brown. And he's taken down at the 50 after a short gain of 2. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one good for 24 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll set up a throw. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
What would look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
Now this one complete on the slant route. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 3rd catch for him on this drive alone, and it'll give him a 1st down. They'll give this up the middle to Brown. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play. And the ball smacked down on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. A nightmare at 3rd and goal. Sacked, and multiple players broke the line to get him. And his kick is right there. It's good. And they are on the board. It's now 9-3. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Here comes Jonathan Tanner and his teammates. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. To throw on 2nd down. Farrell. To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feed down complete. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now. Back to throw. Farrell. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now 4th down. And they'll send out their punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Fair catch called. It's taken in right at the 20-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. Takes this up just short of the 30, but he was able to avoid that earlier tackle. Nice move. A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. They'll drop to throw. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver. Now, you got a young quarterback. Maybe that's just an example of a growing pain for him.
I think you're right about that, because when the game starts to move fast and it moves quickly on him, a lot of times they fall back on what they know best, their arm. He's slinging it on this one. Had a wide open target, but didn't have the proper footwork to increase his accuracy.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Drew Chrisman on to punt as he gets this one away. That's taken on the 25. That'll be a 41-yard punt, 4 yards there on the return. On the NFL scoreboard, 2nd quarter up in Minneapolis. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. It's the Rams that have grabbed the early lead. On 1st and 10, Farrell, middle of the field to Jefferson. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down. Looking to throw. Farrell over the middle. That's caught by Chase. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Careful you're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone.
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this 1st half. This one brought in by Jefferson. And they'll work this down inside the 30. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Farrell. Open man is Chase, complete. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Back to throw again. He finds his man, complete. That's Graves. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, just a 32-yard attempt. And his kick here is good. And that will do it for this 1st. All right, we'll bypass the halftime show in favor of returning to this late season game with the teams coming back from the locker rooms here a bit early. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. And this offense set to go now to begin the 3rd quarter. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the 1st half.
So 1 play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Back to throw. Farrell. Throw left side, complete to Chase. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw again. That's caught left side to tight end Pitts. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line. They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. And he'll go down at the 28. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
They had yet to run the ball at all on this drive, but 3rd and short, definitely was a great time to dial one up.
Throwing on first down. Farrell. Got a man on the right sideline. It's Graves. Touchdown! A great play there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And they're able to add on to their advantage. Now for the point after. And that will make this a 16-point lead. A drive that time of 6 plays. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. Here comes the Seahawks offensive unit. They'll have it first to begin the 3rd. Well, the opposition laid down the challenge and opening drive touchdown here to start the second half. And, Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer because this all of a sudden is a 2-score game.
Yeah, you're right about that. What was a small, manageable spread to overcome, a little bit more daunting now. I think you're exactly right. Pressure is on because you don't want them getting the ball back with a chance to really extend this lead out.
And they'll stop him after a gain of a couple to the 33. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Rush coming, and he's taken down. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th. The Seahawks send out their punter as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Taken from just outside the 30. Nifty move. It's a 42-yard punt, but 8 on the return. Jamar Chase over to be at center stage yet again as the offense returns to the field. He's knocking on that door for a 100-yard gain.
And what receiver doesn't want to be part of the Century Club? Every receiver, when the game starts, wants to have 100 or more yards next to his name. It's a badge of honor, but it also shows that you're helping out your team.
And he has certainly been helping out his team so far. 75 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Off the play fake. Farrell. Oh, this is going to be caught along the sidelines. Probably shouldn't have been caught. He's going to lose yardage there. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On 3rd down, Farrell. And this is going to be incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. And they will get to this one and down it at the 13-yard line. The Seahawks take back over. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He'd love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently, so that's just going to be an incompletion. Out of the gun now on third down. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up fourth down. The Seahawks send out their punter, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. He'll take it at the 42. It'll go as a 42, make it a 43-yard punt. 6 on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 48. They go over the middle, and it's complete to start the drive. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Complete. Jefferson the target. And they're going to be set up now with a ball at the 13-yard line. On second down, it's Taylor. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door. And they'll turn to a power game to try to get in. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. It's the fullback. His second rushing touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Point after, right down the middle. And that pushes the lead up to 23. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. Out comes the Seattle offense. We take a peek at the playoff race coming into the weekend in the NFC. And I tell you, 4 weeks still to go, and everything is wide open, and it's fun.
And I know we always talk about, well, if the playoffs were to begin today, and then we kind of go, okay, but they're not. Let's see how it plays out. Wouldn't it be fun to play with this playoff lineup right now? Because to me, just about anyone can win this whole thing out of this grouping we currently have. And by the time we get there, it may look entirely different.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Back to throw here. It's caught. It's Miller. And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. The Seahawks send out their punter as he'll come on to kick this one away. That's pulled in at the 32. A very good kick there, but 15 yards on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. Jamar Chase hoping to be at center stage yet again as the offense returns to the field. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their...
Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and the Seahawks have picked it up. And they bring this one back. It's a fumble recovery and a Seattle touchdown. So hold the phone here, Charles. I've kind of written them off, but after that touchdown, it's certainly a long way still to go, but stranger things have happened.
Well, when you're going to have big second-half comebacks, plays like that have to be involved.
And he is not going to get in here. So the decision to go for 2 does not pay off as they're unable to cut any further into their deficit. Fields it right around the goal line. Now a hit and a loose football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secure. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. 110 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game. They go to the ground again with Taylor. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it second and a foot or so. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Now this will be swung out wide for Taylor. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. This will wind up a loss on the play, and 3rd and 1 now. Looking to throw. Farrell. Oh, he's got his tight end pitch complete. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 27-yard line. So much for the run on 3rd and 1. Instead, it's a big chunk in the pass game. First down. Back to throw. Farrell. He's going to have the hook up here to Chase. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. Back now in the Rose City of Portland, Oregon. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Up the middle, here's Taylor. Able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. 2nd down, another run with Taylor. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a 1st and goal. And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. A big loss there of about 7 yards on 1st and goal, so now it's 2nd down. Looking to throw. Farrell. They'll set up the screen to Taylor. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 5 yards that time on the completion. And now it's 3rd and goal. Back to throw. Farrell. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. And that sack brings up 4th and goal, a loss of 7. Big play. And this one is right through. And that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
Here come the Seahawks now, set to take over on offense. They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there, and trailing big here in this fourth quarter. Here's a throw, complete right side to start things out. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. A good gain on first, has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. They'll look to throw here. This caught by Royal. 2 yards, good enough for a first. He'll look to throw. Over the middle, complete to Judy. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. The offense on third down tonight, pretty anemic, very anemic. 1 for 9 thus far. They're looking at third and a few inches. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
Now they go for it on fourth, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. The Seahawks go for it but can't convert. And the ball will go over on downs on the short side of the field. Now a give to Taylor. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 144 yards rushing for him now in this one as he is closing in on 1,800 yards for the year. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Again, it's Taylor. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Works his way inside the 30 on a pickup of 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. From the gun on 3rd down. Farrell. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete. On 4th down, Kyle Shanahan will send out the field goal unit. From the left hash, this from 46. And this one is right down Broadway. And that will extend their lead even further. Well, it's hard to put your finger on whether this is something to celebrate or something maybe the offense is embarrassed by. But that's now 6 field goals he's made in this game alone.
Yeah, he's bailed them out quite a bit so far. But it's very comforting to know that you have a kicker that's got your back.
And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. And Seattle now ready to march out of the field. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. Open man, he completes it to Judy. Only able to gain a couple there, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. Back to throw. A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he comes back with one complete. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Again, he'll drop to throw. That's going to be caught by Judy. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll be second down. He'll drop to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a third down. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on second down. Back to throw again. And that is incomplete. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same Surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
They'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. Running left, Taylor. And he'll work down inside the 45.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Second down, another run with Taylor. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. Now a handoff. Taylor with it. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. On the handoff, this is Taylor. And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17. 17 yards there on 3rd down as they pick up a 1st and 10. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
On the handoff, Taylor. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the 1st on 3rd. They'll try the left side with Taylor. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. And they just took a timeout with 2 seconds to go. This one obviously decided. Not sure they needed to take it, but we'll take it with them. And the kick is good. So you wonder how this one might be remembered